Hello and welcome to India Today and a very special episode of SoSouth, where, as we promised, we bring you the latest updates from the states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra and Telangana. And not just that, we've been following the political storms along with the cyclonic storm Monta. And to give more information about that, let's go to Apurva Jayachandran. Apurva, what do you have for us for the day?
Well, Pramod, in fact, what we are learning is that Cyclone Montha's fall has already begun, and with its completion today, what we are getting is once the landfall had taken place, there is still rainfall that is ongoing there. In fact, Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu is expected to conduct an aerial survey today as well. Not only that, he will also be going for field visits for the densely affected areas by Cyclone Monta in just a short while from now.
Thank you, Apurva. Also, Abdul Bashir is on the ground. Abdul, what do you have for the day?
Well, we are right now at the most affected area of Cyclone Monta. The most devastating effect that we have seen in this bulletin will show you the visuals as to what was the effect last night in Machilipatnam of Andhra Pradesh, where the landfall has occurred.
Thank you, Abdul. And yes, we said there is a monsoon and there's going to be storm after storm. But when it comes to Karnataka, it's always political storms. And so, Sagai, what updates do you have for us today?
No, there is no cyclone storm, but political storm continue in the state of Karnataka, where Ahinda community members have written a letter to Rahul Gandhi to allow CM Siddaramaiah to continue as the Chief Minister for 5 years. And DK Suresh, brother of DK Shivkumar, says that if fate is written in his favor, definitely DK Shivkumar will become the Chief Minister.
Thank you, Sagai. And for more ground reports, ground reality, rescue, relief and rehabilitation, what is happening in Andhra, let's go to Apurva Jayachandran.
Strong winds lashed across the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh as the aftermath of Cyclone Montha's landfall has taken place already. Earlier, towards the early morning today, we saw Cyclone Monta making its landfall in across Amalapuram district, here in Konaseema as well, and neighbouring regions. Districts like Kakinada, Konaseema, Guntur and several other areas witnessed heavy to very heavy rainfall, as well as trees that were felled during the impact of Cyclone Monta. In fact, where we are at currently standing right now, we are en route Konaseema, where Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu is expected to not only have an aerial survey of the worst affected areas, but most importantly, he is also likely to have field visits that he will take with farmers who have been suffering from the crop damages owing to the impact of Cyclone Monta. Not only that, there have been several areas that have been disrupted by electricity lines and power cuts that had been taken place due to the impact of Cyclone Monta since yesterday night 8:30 p.m. well into 6 a.m. early this morning. All routes, including national highways, had been completely blocked owing to the safety and security of people. Apart from medical personnel, nobody else was allowed to venture in, especially in across these 7 districts of the coastal town of Andhra Pradesh. Across these districts, owing to Cyclone Monta, and given that the safety protocol for the public is there. In fact, Andhra Pradesh government had been working overnight, where we saw several teams on the ground there ensuring that the public are not venturing outside as well. Helpline numbers are still active for the public. Should there be any instances of power cuts that have been reported, officials on ground are also working to ensure that any major calamity such as Cyclone Monta's effect is there, be it trees that have fallen or any other damage to public property as well. All of these are also being taken care of. The greater municipal corporations, be it in Guntur, Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada or several other areas as well, all of them are working round the clock to ensure that any of the damages that took place due to the rains and the flooding that had happened after the torrential rainfall that the coastal belt of Andhra Pradesh witnessed since late last night, it is definitely that these officials are going ahead and working. Listening to the reactions coming in.
This place that I'm standing is the Machilipatnam Center, a lane beside the Machilipatnam Center, where this tree, the branch of this tree had fallen after the heavy wind that blew the whole night, devastating effect of Cyclone Monta in Machilipatnam, where the landfall had taken place late last evening. Now, all the restoration process had been going on for the past 10 to 12 hours, where several trees which have been uprooted have been cleared off, and this tree is also being cleared by the authorities as of now. All the officials are on ground working continuously to restore the aftermath of Cyclone Montha in Machilipatnam of Andhra Pradesh. I am right now opposite the Machilipatnam bus stand, where the restoration process is ongoing. A tree which has been uprooted at this particular junction, blocking the whole road, is being moved by the JCB. Now here, this JCB is being used as a restoration process after this huge tree had fallen on this road, and this road was blocked partially, after which now the JCB is clearing off. Several other incidents where barricadings that were placed in here have been displaced during the heavy winds that have taken place. Many temporary and permanent sheds have fallen to the ground, and several other incidents here in Machilipatnam. This is the Machilipatnam bus stand, where you can see several trees have uprooted after the heavy the wind, the blow of the devastating wind that blew last night has caused this particular devastation in Machilipatnam area. So as you can see, the JCB is being used as a restoration process in Machilipatnam area after Cyclone Monta has affected the local residents here. With camera person Damodar, Abdul Bashir, Machilipatnam.
We're at the Kakinada port on the deep side, where you can see this is the search and rescue operations that are currently underway. And in the search and rescue operations, what we are getting to learn from officials is that 7 members had gone inside to rescue their boats and bring it back safely back to the docks. But unfortunately, one person has gone missing since yesterday evening. And this is the search and rescue teams that are currently out here and carrying out these search and rescue operations since late evening yesterday. Remember Cyclone Tufan, this Tufan Montha had already said that the landfall will be expected later in the evening yesterday. With the impact that has braced in across various locations here in coastal Andhra Pradesh, it definitely looks like Kakinada has also been affected. More likely, if you can see, local administration, police and NDRF teams have also joined here in the search and rescue that has been continuously going on. Rainfall is scheduled for today as well. The next 24 hours also likely looks like coastal Andhra Pradesh will be receiving a lot of rainfall, but government officials and police and other officials do say that they are well prepared and are ensuring that whatever happens, the public safety is their utmost priority. That's all you can see out here as well. NDRF teams who are also going ahead for continuing their search for search and rescue as it continues on. With video journalist Prasad at Kakinada, Apurva Jayachandran, India Today.
See, actually, this Kakinada coastline is a little bit weak because it's frequently affected by the cyclones, every and each cyclone. So a little bit of disaster is every time done. And recent years, we have seen that every year, 3 to 4 meters, the sea has been coming nearer to the land. There's a lot of restriction near Uppada, Konpapat also. And due to high tides and here, this area is frequently affected here. Fishermen, basically 95% are all completely fishermen people. And they're worried about their livelihoods. So they get out into the sea to save their boats. That's the reason.
Sir, what is the current situation? Landfall in this particular land, a very big task yesterday. What is the situation? Any loss of life or restoration work? How's it going?
Yes. Due to the collective efforts of SP sir as well as collector sir, we prepared well for this Monta Tufan, and we are able to clear where the road obstructions by the trees fell down. Around 200 about odd trees were fell down on the roads as well as current poles. Entire night these relief works have been going on, and we are able to clear all road blockages by now. And now it appears to be normal situation in Machilipatnam.
Particularly, we can see here, today we can expect extreme rainfall. Of course, there is a lot of rainfall activity from yesterday night onwards, so it will continue even today also till afternoon. So, since already heavy rainfall happened, extremely heavy rainfall happened, even today, small amount of rainfall also will cause a lot of damage. So, that's why we are giving red warning to these districts: Nellore, Nandyal, Prakasham, Palnadu, NTR, and Guntur districts. The neighboring districts like Bapatla, Krishna, Yeluru, West Godavari, we are expecting heavy to very heavy rainfall. So that's why we are giving orange warning. The remaining northern districts, we are expecting 1 or 2 places heavy rainfall. Even in the southern districts also, like Rayalaseema, the completely southern districts, we can expect a heavy rainfall.
Yesterday, Monta Tufan crossed in the midnight yesterday. Whole thing was monitored by our Chief Minister from RTC. And in every district collectorate, one control room was established, and in all mandals also control rooms was there. Due to the precautions taken by the government, there was heavy loss control by these teams. All are in field, all ministers and all officials are in field. So there is no life loss because of that monitoring. And there is somewhat night wind was very high at that time. 80 kilometers to 90 kilometers wind also came that time. So because of that, some trees fallen and some electrical poles fallen. All are rectifying. By evening, maybe in a normal situation will become, I think. We are thinking.
Sir, what exactly is the current situation right now?
Current situation is presently it is going on good. Most of the problem is regarding power. We are rectifying one by one. By today evening, we will completely rectify and give power to all the householders.
Since yesterday the power has been...
Due to heavy wind, we only shut down the powers to avoid the accidents.
Any loss of life or property?
No life loss. Our CM is very much interested about things should not even a single life should.
Well, as you can see, the temperatures have already dropped with the effect of Cyclone Montha in across the regions of Andhra Pradesh over the next 24 hours as well. Rains are also expected in and across the region. Let me go across to my colleague Bashir, who's also reporting along with me on the coverage of Cyclone Montha. Bashir, I hear you're in Machilipatnam. How are things there? There was a lot of devastation that we had heard in terms of trees fallen and other things.
Well, yes, Apurva, I'm right now standing at a point where Cyclone Montha's devastating effect can be clearly witnessed here at this particular point, where you can see in this single stretch more than 100 trees have fallen to the ground. They have uprooted and fallen on the ground, where continuous operations of more than 12 to 13 hours still authorities are continuously working to restore. On my left side, as you can see, that the huge cranes are being used to dozens of poles which have fallen on the ground. No power supply, no electricity to the whole town and the nearby villages for the past 24 hours. Yesterday, as a precautionary measure, the power cut had taken place, electricity supply was halted, and now as you can see, after the devastating effect, the restoration operations are still ongoing. Several trees still on roads. Most of the roads leading towards Machilipatnam have been closed, and hundreds of trees only in this particular stretch. On whole, more than 200 trees have fallen on the ground or uprooted after the devastating wind that had taken place last night after the landfall of Cyclone Monta. Now, people, several of them waiting for their power supply to be restored, drinking water supply to be restored, food supplies to be given is what thousands of people in Machilipatnam are still awaiting. It's been 24 hours. Still a sigh of relief from Cyclone Montha's effect, as it has already left this premises. However, there is no much rainfall witnessed at this particular junction, and mainly in the town and the villages nearby, but the effect still is lasting. Several houses we have seen where trees have uprooted and fallen on house, walls collapsed, a temple wall had collapsed nearby, and several other places we have witnessed several other incidents where fortunately no loss of life has taken place, is what authorities have to say. Just a property damage which is being assessed by the AP government is what we are learning. Both the ministers, AP Minister Ravindra and Ravi, both the power and the excise minister were on ground. They had assessed this particular spot as well and taken stock of the situation where restoration operations are ongoing. The police, the traffic, electricity department, fire, safety, everybody is on ground, continuously working round the clock to restore after the devastating effect that Cyclone Monta has created in Machilipatnam of Andhra Pradesh. Over to you.
Well, thanks, Abdul. Hope you are staying safe and continue to bring us more reports. We have a breaking news that's now coming in. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu will be taking stock of the situation on ground. He will be conducting aerial surveys across various districts that have been deeply affected by Cyclone Monta. Not only that, he will also interact with farmers as he reaches Konaseema district and will take care of the situation on ground in the affected areas. Especially in crop fields where the cyclone effect, Monta's effect can be seen in large gravity. As the Cyclone Montha's effect continues on in Andhra Pradesh, we hope all of you watching do stay safe and stay alert. But let's move on to the state of Tamil Nadu, where my colleague Pramod Madhav brings you all the latest.
Thank you, Apurva. Thank you, Abdul. Brilliant job by you two on the ground over there. I request you to be safe as well. From the state of Tamil Nadu, this is a political storm, and that too where BJP, AIADMK and TVK are hitting at the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, that too over watching Bison Kalamaran movie. The interesting fact here is that the Chief Minister watched the movie and stated that he was very much pleasantly happy to see such a movie. However, TVK, AIADMK and BJP are questioning the time when this has occurred, as Edappadi K. Palaniswamy, the opposition leader and the General Secretary of AIADMK, had gone to the Delta region where he stated that since paddy that was harvested was not procured on time, it has led to complete wastage of whatever that was placed. And this is where EPS, TVK and BJP are claiming that the government, state government, did not act on time, leading to a lot of wastage of paddy, the hard work of the farmers, thereby claiming that the Chief Minister is not at all bothered about the farmers as he was watching Bison Kalamaran. These are the allegations that has been brought by EPS, BJP and TVK leader Vijay. Here's what the Netas said.
The DMK has promised several silos to be constructed, several storage facilities to be made for the farmers across the Delta region and Kadalur. But unfortunately, DMK, just like how they faltered on 80% of their promises, has also failed the farmers of Tamil Nadu by not delivering what they promised. Because of that, several lakhs of metric tons of grains have been affected. The farmers are crying, but the CM and his son are busy reviewing movies instead of worrying and taking part in the misery of the farmers.
மக்கள் பிரச்சனைகளை பார்க்காமல் இவ்வளவு ஒரு நல்ல ஆட்சியை யாரும் நடத்த முடியாது. ஒரு திரைப்படத்தை பார்ப்பதனாலேயே மக்களை பற்றி கவலை இல்லை. ஏன்னா மக்களுடைய கவலைகளை அவர்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையை வெளிப்படுத்துவதுதான் திரைப்படங்கள். சில திரைப்படங்களாவது, எல்லா படங்களும் இல்லைன்னா கூட. அதனால அதையும் பார்க்கக்கூடிய ஒரு இடத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடியவர்கள், கலைஞர்களையும் ஊக்குவிக்கக்கூடிய ஒருவர் தான் முதலமைச்சர். அதே நேரத்திலே மக்களுடைய பிரச்சனைகளை, அது எந்த பிரச்சனையாக இருந்தாலும் ஓடோடி சென்று நேரடியாக மக்களுக்கு ஆறுதல் சொல்லக்கூடிய, அவர்களுடைய பிரச்சனைகளை தீர்த்து வைக்கக்கூடிய முதலமைச்சராக தான் அவர் செயல்பட்டு கொண்டிருக்கிறார். 4 வருஷம் எங்கேயாவது லீவ்ல போயிட்டு இப்ப திடீர்னு பார்த்தா அவர் இத்தனை ஆண்டு கால முதலமைச்சர் உழைப்பு அவருக்கு தெரியாது.
Let's move to our neighboring story of Karnataka, where there is no end to political storms. Over to you, Sakai Raj.
Backward groups throw weight behind Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in Karnataka. Ahinda Group writes to Congress top brass Rahul Gandhi. Ahinda Group wants Siddaramaiah to continue as a chief minister for 5 years. Days after Chief Minister Siddaramaiah stated in Mangaluru that he would continue as chief minister for 5 years if the High Command decides so, Ahinda organization have come out in his support. In the backdrop of discussion over possible change in the leadership, Ahinda groups have launched a letter campaign urging the Congress High Command to allow Siddaramaiah to complete his full 5 term. And they have written a letter from Mysuru demanding Rahul Gandhi to allow him to complete 5 years of his term in the state.